Today we're talking about RGB light bulbs and the difference between RGBW and RGB CW. What does all these little acronyms mean? And I'm going to do it in a very interesting way today because I'm going to be using my favorite candy, Airheads. Yeah, they're tasty. What's up, guys? And I got another video here on some smart bulbs from Novostella. And they sent me over a handful to kind of review and go over. And in this video, I'm going to just describe the difference between RGB W and RGB CW, because there are a lot of brands out there that make regular RGB lights, and then there's some where they say they're RGBW, and there's some that say they're RGBWW or RGB CW, and you're like, what do all these differences mean? You know that the lumens count is how bright the light bulb is, and then there's like the different color temperatures, and you're like, well, what does all this stuff mean? So I'm gonna break it down for you pretty easily today, and there'll be links to all these light bulbs below in the description. You can go check them out. Novostella actually has them in stock now. They were letting me know that there was some confusion with Amazon and they finally figured it out. I was beginning to worry because I wanted to buy some more bulbs for my room, but fear not, they're back in stock and got new models out, so check them out. I'm gonna break it down using my favorite candy, because Airheads, just as a visual reference. I mean, we got green, which is the best color of all time. Maybe not my tastiest color, but the best color nonetheless. And we got blue and red. These three Airheads represent, the basic colors that you get in an RGB light bulb. And then we have these two colors, which I will go over later, but these are the LEDs that are warm white and your traditional white, which is our mystery flavor. You never know what you're gonna get with these, but you always know it's gonna be a cool white and a warm white for today's example. Comment down below. Tell me what your favorite Airhead is. I'd like to know, because I just want to get to know my people. Yeah! Novostella sent me these bulbs where they have a few different ones where you got the, your traditional 9-watt RGBW bulb right here. This is a very good bulb. It's similar bulbs back there. That one is rated at 810 lumens. This newer one is rated at 900 lumens. And then you have Novostella's brand new bulb, the 13-watt, which is a whole whopping 1300 lumens. And I mean, look at these. You could tell there's a little bit of design work in this, and part of that is to eliminate the heat. What's the difference? I mean, obviously this one's a little bit bigger. This one says it's RGBW, and this one says it's RGBCW, but what does all those mean? What are those differences in the end of the day? And first we're gonna go over this RGBW. And when you have RGBW, you've got, obviously, your three LED colors, which are the blue, the green, and the red. And then you have this W, which in most lights is a warm LED. So these are I would say these are most of your lights. You got, the three colors, and then you have your, white color. And in this case, it's just gonna be a warm white. And that's what this bulb is. The 9-watt puts out 2700 color temperature. That's on the warmer end of things, where these studio lights are like 5600 Kelvin, and 2700 Kelvin is the warm white, and that's what the LEDs that put out. There are some manufacturers out there that use these for LEDs, and then they claim that they can get you a cool white by mixing in some of the blue colors, but you're not really getting a true cool white. And Novostella's newest bulb, that is 1300 lumens, probably the brightest smart bulb that I know of on the market, even brighter than a LIFX. It is an RGB CW. We've got the traditional green, blue, and red RGBs. Red is the tastiest for sure. And then you got these other LEDs that are a cool white, which is a C, and the warm white, which is a W. Some manufacturers will say WW, which just means they got two different types of LEDs in there, and most of the time one is cool and one is warm, but they just for some reason call it WW. That's kind of confusing. Novostella got two different types of LEDs. One's a cool and one is a warm, which is that CW. So you got these three different colors. These three colors are the core colors. They can make up any color. And then you've got your C, which is your cool white, which goes up to 6500 Kelvin. And then you have the warm white, which goes to 2700 Kelvin. So with these, you can get a lot of different colors, and you can get the true cool colors because it's an actual, LED that is going to that 6500 Kelvin. And then you got your warm LED, which produces your up to the 2700 Kelvin. With this light bulb, it produces more true colors essentially because you have all these different. Most manufacturers, like I said, will only do the RGBW, and they try to manipulate it to be that, or they might say RGBW, but it might be a cool LED, not really the warm, and they'll mix in some of the reds and to get that more orangey warm look, but they don't really have both. And the benefits of having both is that you get a much brighter bulb, and is one of the side effects, but the other part is just better colors. So kudos to you, Novostella, for coming out with the brightest bulb yet, and I'm a huge fan of Novostella bulbs because they're more affordable. I mean, this bulb is $30 on Amazon, and the LifeX is $40, and it's not as bright. Well, according to lumen count, but I mean, you got all these different RGBs, man. Now you can say the difference between RGB CW and RGBWW and RGBW because they're tasty colors and the warmness or the coolness. Making me kind of hungry to eat some of these. But now you know my favorite candy is. I'm not a huge sweets guy, but Airheads have a special place in my heart. Red is my favorite flavor to eat. Green is the best color of all time, but those cherry flavored Airheads are so good. Green is a close second because that watermelon is delicious. The ones that mix the flavors together, that's kind of weird. If I want to mix them, I'd do it myself, but Airheads are good. I just ate the red. Now I don't have a full RGB spectrum. I can't make all the colors. So that's the video for today, guys. Like, subscribe, do all those fun YouTube-y things, and I'm gonna have more videos on the Novostella bulbs in the future, so be staying tuned for that. And get some more lens reviews going on for my Tamron 17-28. Some filters had coming up. A lot of stuff coming up. Some collabs, and I'm going to Sony Camera Camp. Woo! Can't wait for that. That's gonna be gangster. I think I'm gonna go off and eat some more Airheads since I just had a red one. Probably should have another. Green, because it's the best color. Green. Let's chat it up in the comments, and I will see you in the future.